Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. This is episode number 1039 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show, welcome to the program. Hey, hello, how you doing? Me, can't complain. Busy. I've got two really big shows coming up this weekend. Excuse me. Rain is upon us, and we all know what that means at the Laminack house. And for some reason, my body decided to feel like shit all day. And it's just been like, ugh. So not a good day or week, for that matter, to be not feeling well. But we're here, we're doing it. As long as the lights stay on, right? Okay. No, we got a lot to get to today. We didn't talk any sports yesterday. Of course, I haven't watched any sports, but plenty to discuss, no doubt. You see your topics over there on your right. I don't know what it would be. Is it the right? Is it the left? I don't know. I need to go look because I have no idea. Whatever it is, that shit over there. So, yeah, we'll talk about today's headlines. They kind of bleed into NFL free agency. We'll get into that. We'll look at some of the moves that the Texans have made, that the Cowboys have made. We'll talk about Max Crosby and what's going on there. Also talk a little MLB. Perhaps we get into some NBA. Some huge news out of the NBA. What was it? Yesterday? Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. When old boy scored 83. Yeah, I believe it was yesterday. So we'll get into that and, whatever else we can get into before 5 o'clock. Hard out at 5 today. I got to run and get groceries from the grocery store. And then get back on the marketing shit that I am sorely lacking in. Holy cow, I'm way behind on my marketing. What's up to everybody in chat? What up, HAB? What up, Flip? What up, Dubs? What up, Hanshu? What up, Siraj? It was the day before the news is that Spurs are... yeah, so when was it? It was, let's see, hold on. It was Monday, right? Oh, fuck, I forgot to. I always forget that. There we go. Refresh the title. It was Monday that he dropped it, right? No, it was Tuesday. It was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I think because they beat Washington 150 to 129. So Tuesday. Okay. So I'm not crazy. It was yesterday. So to get into that. What up, Heartthrob? What up, Uriel? So we'll get into all of that stuff and more. One thing I am sorely behind on. What is today? The 11th? God, I am behind at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 birthdays. I am behind at least on 8 birthdays. What up, Robert? Holy shit. Good to see you, buddy. So way behind. I got to catch up on birthdays this week, hopefully. Get us back on track there. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from February and already 3 in March. that I have not done yet. So we will get to those, I promise. And yeah, a whole lot more. So hopefully even the lights stay on and my tummy holds up, because good Lord, I haven't like shit myself yet. I haven't thrown up, but it just doesn't feel right. So that's why you notice your boy's drinking Sprite. Normally I drink Diet Coke, not today. Hopefully this will be a little more settling on my stomach. So we'll see. All right, well, let's get into your headlines, and then we shall go from there. Yes? Yes. Okay, let's go. All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. Oh, look at that. That's got Joel in there. That's the wrong one. Oh, what the shit was that? Okay, now it's just fucking with me. There we go. No, I don't think that's right either. Yeah, okay. There we go. Nope, that's still not right. Son of a bitch. All right, we'll just deal with it. Yep. That looks weird. That's okay. What the hell is that? Oh, look at that. That's not right. All right, I'll just, sheboygan, and, get that out of here. All right. Yep. There we go. Cool. All right. So your sports headlines for the day, one big one really, and it's a bit perplexing. You so owe us a train running private hour. I know. I need to get to that. Yo, what up, Chris? I do owe you a private hour. You are correct, sir. You are 1,000% correct, and I promise you, I will get that to you. Y'all say hello to Chris for me, would you? I'm gonna have Chris on here in a couple weeks. We're gonna catch back up again. It's gonna be good times. The man is doing some really cool stuff in the NBA world. Hanshu said 7-Up is the move, not Sprite. Sprite's full of sugar. You're gonna shit your pants. Oh no, I said Hanshu. Amos said that. No. Well, I hope not. You might be right. I don't know. But I don't have 7-Up, so I can't drink it. All I have is Sprite. And I don't even have Sprite. I have like the off-brand HEB Twist, which that's probably not good at all. How much sugar's in this bad boy? Jesus. 35 grams of carbs. Wow. 37 grams of sugar in one can. That is crazy. Okay. So the U.S., if you didn't hear, U.S. is in jeopardy, of baseball, Italy's national pastime, right? U.S. is in jeopardy of getting bounced from the World Baseball Classic because Italy beat that ass yesterday. Now, it was 8-6, but really it took a home run in like the 7th inning to make things closer. But from innings 1 through 6, it wasn't close. It was 8-1 at the end of 6. And what the shit? Just close my tab. There we go. Yeah, 8-1 at the end of 6. No reason it should be 8-1 at the end of 6, right? But then you had Crow Armstrong hit a home run, and actually had 2 home runs. He accounted for four RBIs and 2 runs scored for Team USA. Everybody else kind of didn't do shit, really. You had Henderson who hit a home run, but not a whole lot of offensive production from the U.S. outside of Mr. Crow Armstrong there. And look, you look up and down the Italy lineup, there's no names on there where you're like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, okay. Like, I mean, I think it was Michael Lorenzen was the pitcher, and that should ring a bell. But why aren't the links working on this? That's weird. Okay, well, kiss my ass, ESPN. Yeah, but there's just nobody that you look at and you're like, oh man, no wonder Team Italy won. They're great. They're really not. I mean, it's not. This isn't like a world beater of a team. Now they play Mexico today. Italy's 3-0. Mexico's 2-1. America, Team USA, United States, because they lost now, there's like a weird tiebreak rule. They're 3-1. They lost to Italy. And so there's like a weird, let me see if I can find it. WBC USA tiebreak. It's kind of a weird deal the way they do it. So it says Team USA entered today's classic against Italy, knowing that a win would clinch its spot in the tournament in the knockout round. Instead, Italy beat them 8-6. The loss drops Team USA to 3-1, while Italy improves to 3-0. Italy will face Mexico on Wednesday. If Italy wins and drops Mexico to 2-2, USA will advance alongside Italy as the runner-up of Group B. If Mexico wins and all three teams finish 3-1, a multi-layered tiebreaker comes into play. And Team USA didn't do itself any favors in the tiebreaker by allowing 8 runs on Tuesday. So here's the tiebreaker. Here's how the tiebreaker works. If teams remain tied after one item, the tiebreaker moves on to the next. So the first would be record among tied teams. And then it goes to runs allowed per defensive outs among tied teams. Earned runs allowed per defensive outs among tied teams. Then it goes to highest batting average among tied teams. And then just a random draw if everybody's is identical, which there's no way. So it says Mexico wins Tuesday. The three tied teams will all be 1-1 against one another. So the tiebreaker will move on to the second line, which was the runs allowed per defensive outs. In that case, final margin of Wednesday's game will impact the 2 steps of the tiebreaker concerning runs allowed. This is so confusing. If Italy allows 4 runs or fewer in a 9-inning loss, with just 24 defensive outs, Italy and Mexico would win the tiebreaker over the U.S. If Italy allows 5 runs or more in a 9-inning loss, the United States and Mexico would win the tiebreaker over Italy. Oy vey. And somebody did a really good job. Oh, it's on X. That's okay. I know. Oh, gosh, I haven't been there in so long. Let's see. Somebody named Sean Spradling. Shout out to Sean Spradling. World Baseball Classic content. Baseball is global, blah, blah, blah. But he had the wherewithal, the foresight, if you will, to make a graphic to make this shit easier. Because I was going to try to explain it, but yeah, we don't need to do that. Here's all the ways that the tie break falls. Okay. Like there can be no ties, obviously. What the shit? I was trying to move my on screen. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Been a long time since I've done this. Okay, so here's how it works. Italy is across the top. Mexico's on the left. And essentially, if Mexico wins, say 1-0, then Mexico and Italy advance, right? So you see all these Team USA flags. Those are all, if Italy wins, they automatically get advanced. And then all of these, Mexico has to win at least 5-4. If it's 4-3, USA doesn't advance. So that's on the Mexico side. So the very worst they could do, well, in order for the U.S. to advance. The worst would be Mexico winning 5-4. That'd be the closest. And anything better than that, obviously. So if it's, 7-4, you can see that's 7 and 4. So USA would advance. But this is basically what if any of these occur. So in other words, if Italy doesn't score, then USA doesn't advance. If Italy only scores 1 run and Mexico scores 4 or less, if Mexico scores 4 or less and Italy scores 3 or less, then US doesn't advance. Otherwise, they're in. If that makes sense. So, actually 4-1, the US would advance. 4-2, the US would advance, right? Yeah. 4-3. Okay. It's a lot. But there it is right there in a nutshell. So that at least kind of makes it. I mean, there's a lot of America flags on there. They still got work to do, though. It's not like. I mean, Mexico had been playing really well. Like, really well. Hey, what up, Alex? Yeah, so Mexico has been playing really well. But so obviously is Italy being undefeated. So we'll see. When is that game? Is tomorrow? It is today, 6:00 on the FS1 Fox Sports app and Tubi. Yep, it's gonna be on Tubi. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Now, the other headline. Oh, let me see what y'all said about here. Hey, what up, Cisco? What up, Walt? Pete Crow America. Yeah, exactly. What up, Donna? My sweet, sweet Donna. How are you? Baseball, Italy's national pastime. Yeah, right? It's so weird. It's just, you can't win everything. And you're not always going to be the most dominant all the time. The rest of the world will catch up to you. And, lightning in a bottle and whatnot. So, let's see the other headline I have for you. Colts and Daniel Jones. What am I doing? It's been a day. Have agreed on a 2-year, $88 million contract extension. Now, let me get you what the guarantee is. $50 million fully guaranteed. $60 million is guaranteed for injury. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And look, he had a great season. And I think a lot of people, and Walt included in this, was like, hey, he's better than you think. He played better in New York than he got credit for. I don't know. I have a hard time, like, it's only a 2-year deal. That's the good news. But it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a guy who, for the most part, has done like he's turned his career around like some quarterbacks have in the past. But what we've seen from those quarterbacks, like Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, not as much. But we still saw a bit of regression, and, he still struggles in the playoffs. So that would be my concern. But I think when you saw what he did last year, let me pull up his stats. Yeah, after getting away from the Giants, completed 68% of his passes, 3,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, played in 13 games, which he's only played in 16 once. That's also the concern. There's a little bit of injuries, but his QBR was way up. His rating his quarterback rating was way up. So his numbers across the board were way up. Now, he hadn't thrown a lot of interceptions except for the first 2 years, but he also didn't play in a lot of games. But he is a dual threat, and he looked really, really good. So we'll see, man. Colts could be scary again. Remember, they got Sauce Gardner last season, and I think that who was it that they were supposed to re-sign? Oh, Alec Pierce. And they did. So it's going to be interesting, man. Colts could be a problem for a lot of teams. Absolutely could be a problem. But that's big for Daniel Jones, so good for him. Let's see. Durant had a really good game the other night for Mexico. Well, let's hope he does it again. But there's a lot of ways they can win if Italy wins, too. It just can't be 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, or 4-0. Mexico. Just can't be that way. Yeah, just can't. So, if Italy wins, America's in no matter what. So that's what you really need to root for. What? Oh my God, it's been so long since I've been on this. Jeez, I forgot about Twitter or X or whatever the frick it is. Let's see right now. Canada beating Cuba 5-2. And then, like I said, USA plays at 6. Italy, Mexico plays at 6. So you'll be watching that, America. All right, let's talk some NFL free agency. A lot going on. Some of the biggest news, or the biggest news really, out of free agency was the deal falling through for Max Crosby. And it didn't really fall through per se. The Ravens just backed out. They just decided after doing the physical, he had surgery like, I think 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, something like that. But they decided, we're good. We're good. Now, the embarrassing thing is, so that part of this sucks, right? Because now Crosby knows he's not wanted in Vegas. He wanted to be a Raider his whole career. But they decided they were going to move on. Which is fine. It's the business. That's business. But what's awkward to me is that, I see if I can find it. He actually posted a whole goodbye thing to the Las Vegas Raider fans, which at one point they were Oakland fans, and then LA fans, and then Oakland again, and then LA again, and now Vegas. But yeah, he let's see. Max Crosby. There we go. I don't see his goodbye. Where'd he post it at? Oh, is this it? Oh. No. I don't see it. You know what? There was a ESPN article about it. Let's see. Here. Nope. Well, shit. I can't find it now. That would have been good to have. Crosby Underwood. There. This is what he posted. So, 13-minute video on the social media. I ain't watching all that. Saying goodbye to Las Vegas. But he said, quote, I know 13 minutes is a long video. First of all, if you make a 13-minute goodbye video, you just like hearing yourself talk. That's a fact. Nobody needs to say goodbye for 13 minutes, man. That's crazy. But he said, I know there's no guarantees in this, but I'm going to give everything in my heart and soul to bring a championship to Baltimore. There are no more words needed for that. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get out to the city and meet everybody. Ooh, God, that has to hurt. Like, you got to be like, okay, fuck. Now what? I mean, I don't think the Raiders can move forward, but now they're not negotiating from a position of strength anymore. But I don't think you can just continue with like, hey, remember when we didn't want you? Just kidding. I mean, we yeah, it was just a gag. It was just sorry. It's just awkward now. You know what I mean? It's just really, I don't know. It's got to be tough. It would be, I don't know. I know me. I'd be like, well, fuck y'all then, man. I ain't coming back. No. You better trade me to somebody else, bitches. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't go back. Could you if somebody gave up on you? Hey, what up, Jared? What up, Sam? It's kind of like what the Dolphins did to Drew Brees. Thanks again, Miami. Yep. Did you see the Ravens fan that shaved his head in celebration of getting Crosby? Oh, no. I mean, at least it'll grow back, though, right? At least it wasn't a fucking tattoo. That would have been, what if they would have been like, oh, this is it. This is Super Bowl, baby. Let's go. I'm getting me a Max Crosby tattoo on my lower back. Why? I don't know. I just figured that'd be where it was. But bro, that's crazy. You're like, Max Crosby's here. I'm shaving my head. Why the fuck would you do that? There's no reason to do that. If Max Crosby don't give a fuck about you or your haircut, don't do that. People are weird, man. People are weird. So Crosby right now is still a Raider, and the Ravens moved on and went ahead and got Trey Hendrickson, inked him to a 4-year, $120 million deal, who was pretty much the best remaining pass rusher out there on the free agent market. So, that is crazy though. And that's the weird thing about trades in sports. You got to pass physicals. And sometimes they don't. Oh, the shaved head link. Let me see. Oh, yes. Thank you, Jared. Let's see. Oh, that's Daniel Jones. That's not what I was looking for. Let's see. Oh. And he doesn't even look good with a shaved head. What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot. Oh my God. That is so fantastic. Let me show y'all this fucking goofball. Oh my God. Mwah. Oh, fans gonna fan, I suppose. Hater report said there's just no way, man. Bro shaved his head right before the Max Crosby trade got rescinded. And it says, if the Ravens happen to trade for Max Crosby, I will completely shave my head. Boop. Welcome to Baltimore, Matt Crosby. Oh my God. First of all, it's giving Private Pile. Private Pile, why is there a jelly donut in your Foot Locker? Because I was hungry, sir. Because you were hungry. Fucking so great. Oh my God. Bro, did he shave his eyebrows too? That's Jesus. Oh God. Here, let's zoom in on this. Let's Let's look at the whole inch. Oh boy. It looks like somebody drew his face. Like, why am I roasting this poor fella? Oh boy. Y'all thought my beard was bad. Suck it, nerds. Look at that. His eyebrows are something special. His eyebrows are the eyebrow version of my beard. Just patchy, thin. Oh boy. Poor guy. He did all that shaving, but then he didn't shave over here. Like, you left all this neck hair, bro? You left all... No, he's not a cancer patient, Flip. He left all that neck hair. Good Lord. I don't know. Maybe he is a cancer. I don't think he would have all that if he was. I don't think that would be the case. God, that sucks for him, though. Oh, boy. And then it was literally like right before the trade. God. Sucks for him. Boo. Boom. He did it though. He did it. He loves his Ravens. I will tell you right now. I promise you. I will never. And you know, everybody says, oh, never say never. No, I would never shave my head intentionally for another team, get a tattoo, or make any fucking promise like that. I don't give a shit that much. Like, I really don't. You don't pay me. Hey, what up, Chewy? Like, if you paid me, you know what I mean? If they were like, look, if the trade goes through in Baltimore, great example, the Yankees, right? Remember now, I think they just got rid of the rule, but for the entirety of the organization of the New York Yankees, pretty much, you couldn't have a beard. You couldn't have facial hair. Remember Garrett Cole? He looked like he lost 30 years. Jared, don't make mess with Jeff Bell. Am I right, CC? But like, if I was, okay, I would shave because I'm part of the team and it's a requirement. Okay. But as a fan, this should be like, oh man, if the Astros re-sign Carlos Correa, I will staple my nutsack to a tree. Why? It's just crazy. It's craziness. I don't get it. All right, so let's do some other free agency. Here we go. Yeah. This is, here we go. Oh, by the way, cheap plug. I have a show this Friday at the Punchline Comedy Club here in the beautiful city of Houston. And I am hoping and inviting all of you, cats and kitties, to come to that show. Here's the deets for you. It is this Friday. Oh, I put the 14th. Fuck! I gotta go fix that. God damn it. It's Friday the 13th. Not the 14th. Fuck my life. I gotta go fix it. But it is still Friday. I promise you that. It's okay, Jared. I get it, brother. Donna will be there. Yeah. I know Donna and Cece are coming. What? Okay. I was trying to find the link here. I'll just go to the old website. There we go. Here Come on, shit. There we go. Here is the link if you guys want to get tickets. What the shit? There we go. This should work. Oh my goodness. This is taking way too long. Yes. Okay. Still plenty of tickets available, but I would love to see all the beautiful deck heads. Yeah, no shit. I did spring forward a whole damn day. I fucked that all up. You did lazy your balls for Patreon members. Yeah, but it wasn't. It was a test. It was just a test. The dubs. It wasn't like I promise if we hit. You always try to get me to do that shit too. You're always like, man, if we hit 1,000, you gotta do 1,000 shots or some crazy shit like that. And what am I always like? No. All right, so get your tickets. Come see me Friday. I'll be at the Punchline, 9:30. Really excited about this. Punchline, one of the premier comedy clubs in Texas, not just Houston. And it's a pretty big honor to be able to headline the show a Friday night, no less. And pretty cool deal. I've never performed on a Friday night, Saturday night as a headliner at an A room. So this is a new one in my career. I'm very excited about it. Big step for me. So I'm hoping, I've done a shitty job of promoting it, but I've also been out of pocket for 3 of the last 4 weeks. So that's my excuse anyways. But yeah, I'd love it if you guys could come out. I mean, you don't have work the next day and it's downtown. So it's not like you get to drive to, one end of the city or the other. It's all conveniently located right downtown, House of Blues area. Come hang out. I've got a lot of new material I'm working on that I'm going to do. So that could go good. It could go bad. I don't know. Some of these jokes I've never done on stage before. And it's a good lineup too. It's going to be Kanice, Nana, Suntran, and Nitra Babin. So that's a killer lineup. And then obviously Saturday I'll be in Fredericksburg. I say obviously. Saturday I'll be in Fredericksburg with Jerry Wayne Longmire. So if you're in the area, come hang out with us there too. But definitely come to the Punchline. I need your support. I need you guys in the house. I need it. So come out. Please, please, please come out. Support your boy. This is a big one for me. This is a really big one. It really is. It's pretty huge. I haven't done, like the last time I was there, I did way better at marketing and I really wanted to do that again, but I just didn't have that creativity strike at the right time, unfortunately. So, all right. I'm going to be in Fredericksburg on Saturday with Jerry Wayne Longmire. So it's actually Saturday the 14th. I'm in Fredericksburg at the Rock Box Theater. And then this Friday, I am in here in Houston at the Punchline. 2 really big shows for me. Obviously the Punchline one because I'm headlining and it's a great opportunity. But the Fredericksburg one is a big deal because hopefully it goes well and continues to sell well. And that'll be a recurring gig for me to book. That'll be a new room I get to book once a quarter. And those have proven to be really dope and really, really big for me. So, yeah, it's a big deal. So hopefully we're doing good. At one point, like I think 2 weeks ago, we only had like 11 tickets sold. It wasn't going good. But then I got on Facebook and made a bunch of ads and got it all figured out. And so now I think we're at around 70-ish sold. So that's going better. It's good. I know we haven't sold that many for my show at the Punchline. So we need to get on it. Let's see. I have a friend in Fredericksburg this weekend. Oh, and it seems like all of Tomball went there too. Oh, nice. Well, yeah, come out, man. Or tell him to come out. That'd be dope. Yeah, Saturday is going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's get back to the NFL free agency. Here is... Let's see. There we go. Is it the same thing? Yep. So here's the top 100 rankings. Trey Hendrickson signed with Baltimore. Just mentioned that. Tyler Linderbaum signed with the Raiders. That sucks. Because I was really hoping the Texans would take a chance, spend some money, and get that dude. But apparently they just couldn't make it happen. Jalen Phillips, another edge rusher. He signed with the Panthers. Alec Pierce re-signed with the Colts. Rasheed Walker with the Packers. Odafe Owe signed with the Washington Commanders. Offensive tackle Brad Smith, who was the 7th highest rated free agent, signed with the Texans. He'll be 30. A big-bodied drive blocker, 6'6", 312, easily matching power and pass protection. Injuries have been a concern. Smith has missed 17 games, started 13 games at right tackle for the Colts in 2025, and his pass block win rate jumped 7% from 2024. So hopefully he can stay healthy. But that's a big get for them, and he's a division guy too. So that's even better when you can sign away another division rivals team or players. John Franklin Meyer, defensive lineman, signed with the Titans. Alante Taylor signed with the Titans. He's a corner. Quay Walker signed with the Raiders. So there's your top 10 right there. Mike Evans leaving Tampa Bay, signed with the Niners. Rick Willis signed with the Eagles. Let's see, Tremaine Edmond, the Giants. Let's see, any other Malik Willis. There you go. He's replacing Tua out in Miami. There was a couple of crazy moves. I saw like a weird graphic that showed how 3 different Packers went to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are just now the Packers of the South. It was like VP of player personnel from the Packers left and went to be the GM of the Dolphins. And then the defensive coordinator for the Packers, I forget his name, he's now the head coach of the Dolphins. And then, of course, they bring in Malik Willis. So, pretty interesting. Kenneth Walker III signed with the Chiefs. Kyler Murray hasn't signed yet. That'll be interesting to see what team goes and gets him. Isaiah Likely with the Giants. Romeo Doubs with the Patriots. Travis Etienne Jr. with the Saints. Let's see. Rashid Shaheed with the Seahawks. Juwan Jennings. Just looking for... Do they have this by team? Can I just plug in? Oh, no. This is all by... Oh, well, I tried to jump to like all QBs, but that wasn't it either. Let me do something here. Let me go Control F. Houston. There we go. So of the top 100, Houston signed number 7, Braden Smith, offensive tackle. And yeah, that was the other one. The safety, Reed Blankenship. They got him from the Eagles, I believe he was. Eagles. So 7 and 28. So 2 of the top 30 free agents Texans went out and got. Let's see. Okay. Dallas Goedert stays with the Eagles. And it looks like Cowboys signed Jalen Thompson, safety. So Deebo Samuel stayed back with Washington. Yeah, Tua signed with the Falcons. Let's see. Let me type in Saints. All right. So I already mentioned Travis Etienne Jr. signing with the Saints. What the shit? David Edwards signed with the Saints, and he's a guard. Expected to sign a 4-year deal. Caden Ellis, linebacker, signed with the Saints. Cameron Jordan, edge rusher. I believe he re-signed, wasn't he? Yeah. I thought. And then that's it. Okay. Wasn't Cameron Jordan one of those things last year? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, damn, he's been there forever. 2011? Good Lord. Cece said, start over, please. I just got here. Clay Walker, he's a little old, isn't he? Right? All right, so there's your top 100 and where they went. So, I think the Texans have been pretty active. Let me see if I can find NFL free agent tracker. NFL free agent tracker. I want to break it down by team. That's what I really want. No, go away. Free agent tracker by team. All of these are going to make me like log in or maybe the NFL.com won't. Okay, go away. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. All right. There's Houston. So what is this? What the fuck is this? Is this everybody that will be a free agent? Free agent departures. Free agents, notable departures for all 32 teams. Have been released or became an unrestricted free agent when the league opened on March 11. Have retired or declared their intention. 3 have been included in a trade. Okay. No thanks. So Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, Dario Ogunbowale, Braxton Berrios, Christian Kirk. This is 2 receivers. Harrison Bryant, Titus Howard, and Juice Scruggs were traded. Danico Autry and Derek Barnett. That sucks. Mario Edwards, Foley, Futakasi. I really like Futakasi. Tim Settle was traded. Damon Clark, Christian Harris was traded. Miles Bryant, Jimmy Ward, and Tommy Townsend. Gone. The Jimmy Ward thing was, he was... He didn't play because I think at first he was injured. And then he had I think it was domestic violence or some criminal stuff that was hanging over his head. And he just never played. And you kind of knew that was going to happen. Now where? Oh, I guess I should. Let's look at Dallas. These are all the players they lost. Miles Sanders, Jalen Tolbert, Hakeem Adeniji, Robert Jones, Jadeveon Clowney, Dante Fowler, Kenneth Murray. Man, they lost 3 linebackers: Logan Wilson, Jack Sanborn, Kenneth Murray, and then Donovan Wilson. Gone. And let's see. I do these 3 because this is the most of the deckheads. These 3 teams are viewed the most. So Dante Pettis, Taysom Hill, interesting. Foster Moreau traded to the Texans. Jack Stoll. Wait, was he traded or did he sign? Didn't say. Oh, I guess he signed. Jack Stoll, Dylan Raduns, Luke Fortner, Chris Roth, Cameron Jordan, Jonathan Bullard, Jonah Williams, Demario Davis, Michael Davis, Alante Taylor, and Terrell Burgess. And look, I was going to say, losing a lot of these players isn't a big deal because the Saints were so bad last year. They were bad for the first half. But credit where credit is due, man. That team played above expectations in the second half of the season. So Saints could be a little more interesting this year. Look, I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it for you Saints fans. I'm glad Taysom Hill is gone. I'm glad he's gone. For that organization, I'm glad he's gone. Because now you no longer have to listen to and hear about Well, should he be quarterback? Can he play quarterback? Why don't we make him quarterback? Is he the quarterback? He was never going to be a good quarterback. He was an average fill-in / gimmick / backup. But he was never going to be the guy. So I'm glad for that organization that they can move on. Besides, he's 130. He's over the hill. Okay. How old is he now? He is 35. Woo, boy. That's old. Yeah, that's an old one. Hasn't been signed yet. No, has not been signed yet. What? Oh, wow. This is weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Let's see. Packers get Zaire Franklin to mob a ball that tackles that Parsons misses in the line. Zaire Franklin. Zaire. That's funny. Packers get Zaire Franklin. Yeah. Well, Parsons, when is he due back? Is he even going to be back next year? That's interesting. I don't know. We need to look at that. Let's see. I can't find the tracker that I'm usually use. Spot track. That should be pretty good. Oh, bitch. Did you really just close all, you raggedy hoe? There we go. All right, we got about 5 minutes left, and then I'm going to bounce. Gotta go get groceries. I never thought he was a starting quarterback material. I had a lot of friends on that Hill narcotic. Yeah, I didn't. There was a moment for like, I don't know, 10, 12 games where it was like, oh, he's a good little gimmick, but that was it for me. All right, let's see here. We can sort by team. So these are the signed free agents. So there's Reed Blankenship. Texans signed to a 3-year deal. Braden Smith, that was the right tackle, right guard, signed to a 2-year, $20 million deal. Logan Hall, D lineman from the Bucks, 2-year, $13 million deal. Jake Hummel signed from the Ravens, 2-year, $4.7 million deal. Dominic Robinson, edge rusher from Chicago, 1-year, $4 million deal. Foster Moreau, I don't see anything on there. Let's see. That was signed. Here's your relinquished. Tim Settle, Tommy Townsend, and Christian Harris. And here's your availables. Haven't signed yet. Christian Kirk, Jimmy Ward, Danico Autry, Joe Mixon, Mario Edwards, Derek Barnett. We talked about all these already. And then there's their market value, right? Joe Mixon is going to be interesting to see what happens with him and where he goes. They're not in the market for a running back anymore. They've got their 2. They'll probably add like a kid in the draft for depth, but they're done at that position. They need to keep making moves to fill spots on that O-line. So here are your Cowboys signed Jalen Thompson at safety, 3 years, $33 million. PJ Locke, also a safety from the Broncos, 1-year deal. Otito Ogunbowale. I gotta fuck that up. Sam Williams and Tyrese Wheat. So all D lines are all defensive players, I should say. 2 edge rushers, D linemen, and a couple safeties, but pretty much all depth for the most part. And nothing major there. And then there's all the available Cowboys free agents that we went over. And the Saints have signed David Edwards. Plays really on 4 of the 5 line positions. 61 million. Travis Etienne Jr. 52 million. Caden Ellis 33. Ryan Wright 14 million. John Ridgeway 5 million, and Noah Fant. That's a pretty good offseason, really, for the Saints. If you're a Saints fan, you kind of got to be happy with that. Addressed a bunch of positions of need for them. So you should be happy. Amos, yeah, you happy? Walt? And then here's who they're relinquished or losing. There you go. There's Alontae Taylor, Demario Davis, Luke Fortner, Jack Stoll, Foster Moreau. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Let's see, is Heartthrob still here? We can look at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins have signed Malik Willis, Greg Dulcich. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Well, he stays with the Dolphins. Zane Gonzalez, Daryl Baker Jr., Lonnie Johnson, Joshua Uche, and Zane Anderson. This is who they're losing. Bradley Chubb, Cole Strange, Alec Ingold, Jake Bailey, Jason Sanders, and Larry Borum. Chubb, did he go to Buffalo? Was that what that was? Yeah. Bradley Chubb went to Buffalo. Okay. Look, it's the Allen brothers now over there. You got Kyle Allen, QB. Get it, Buffalo. Let's see. What else for Miami? Yeah, that's what they lost. And here's who's still available. Tyreek Hill. Boy, that tells you something. That's a lot of free agents still available. They'll re-sign some of those. Let's see. Jeff Bell's not here, but we can do Cleveland for Jen. Zion Johnson, Elgton Jenkins, Quincy Williams, Jack Stoll, and Tevin Jenkins are all the new Browns. Relinquished Cam Thomas. That's it. One dude. And then tons of availables. And they also are reworking Deshaun Watson's deal to free up some cap space. I do know that. Oh, let's see. Who else? Denver. Alex Singleton. That's it. Re-signed Alex Singleton. Free agents, just 2 that they've relinquished. So they're in good shape. Really good shape. There's some more that are still on the market, but they lost their high-valued ones. Myers and Locke. But let's see, who else am I forgetting? Oh, yeah, Titans for Titan Hugo. We saw the Titans. They signed a lot of players, a lot of defensive help, and they needed it too. But they got Wan'Dale Robinson from the Giants. John Franklin Myers, Alontae Taylor. They signed 4 Giants. Oh, they signed Tommy Townsend. Them sons of bitches. Give us our punter back. Okay. Here's who's leaving. Ugh. I wouldn't want to sign any Titan, to be honest with you. And here's who's still available. Anybody on here worth mentioning? Cushenberry and Xavier Woods, maybe. Oh, let's see. Anybody left? 49ers. I got you. Let's go 49ers. Doo-doo. Right there. 49ers have signed Mike Evans, we mentioned earlier. Valerian Lowe, Garrett Wallow, and Patrick Taylor. Evans, 3 years, $42 million. I wonder how much of that was guaranteed. Because he's what, 30? Is he 35 now? 33, 35, something like that. He is 32. Yeah, he'll be 33 next year. 33 is kind of old for a receiver. And it's a 3-year deal. We'll see. He won't, I don't know. He's not going to be a 1 anymore, but you had to get some weapons. You definitely had to do something, but man, that's a tough one. Here's who they lost: Kendrick Bourne and Jordan Elliott, and then here's who's available. Quite a few still. Shit. Biggest one's probably Juwan Jennings. Let's see who else. $99 million over 2 years is dead cap to a loss. Oh yeah. Miami lost all them players and 12 games. Yep. The eating the $99 million is crazy talk. That's crazy talk. All right. That's a look. Did I miss any? Nate's here. I saw Nate earlier. Here's Pittsburgh. They signed Jamel Dean, Rico Dowdle, and Darnell Savage. Dowdle's a pretty good get for them, actually. And they have lost Isaac Seumalo, Kenneth Gainwell, and James Pierre. So they had to replace Gainwell somehow, and they did. And then here's all the availables. Duger Rogers, Jonas Smith is a good one. Looks like a bunch of depth. Maybe Calvin Austin. Yeah, he's a 2-3, I think. So there you go. Is eating the money go against the cap? Yeah, you don't get to. Man, that's a good question. I think it does because you can't use it. Let's see. Yes, dead cap directly affects and reduces an NFL team's available salary cap. It represents money already paid or guaranteed to a player no longer on the active roster, which accelerates and counts against the current year's cap. Reducing flexibility to sign other players. But it is a reduced amount, if I'm not mistaken. So when you take dead money, you're basically saying, all right, instead of having to pay, whatever, I think it's, like, I don't know if it's reduced. Yeah, it's sunk cost. Let's see. Primarily originates from prorating signing bonuses, option bonuses, or restructure contracts guarantees that were spread over future years. High dead money hits often force teams into restructuring other contracts or limiting free agent spending, as demonstrated by teams carrying over $100 million in dead cap, according to a post on Facebook. Miami has 99 problems, right? Let's see. Yeah, so there's so much to it, man, because there's like the post June 1 designation. There's the dead void years. Like, there's a lot to it, shit. But yeah, it does. That's why they call it a cap, because you can't get rid of it. You're just gonna pay it. Crazy. So next 2 years, $100 million. Whew, that sucks. But you know what? Sometimes you swing and miss. Could have been worse. I mean, Miami had a nice little run there. They'll be back. They'll be back eventually. All right. Good times had by all. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll dive into some basketball. I'm going to see if I can get Joel to join me. I just needed to get back into a rhythm before I did that. So I'll see if I can get Joel Blank to join me tomorrow on the show if he's not busy. We'll talk some basketball. We'll talk some Rockets, Bam Adebayo. We'll get into all that stuff. And I'll get his thoughts on free agency and all that. You know how we do. So I'll see if I can make that happen. If not, we're still going to do a show, and we're still going to have a good time doing it. Thank you, Flip. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Donna. Love all of you guys. And I will see y'all tomorrow. In the meantime, do me not one, not two, but 3 favors, everybody. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. Bye, everybody. Yes, BarryIsFunny.com. Get it! Thank you, CC. Later, John Dorier. Thank you, brother, for being here. Go get your tickets. Come to the show on Friday. Need you guys there. Need you. Oh, I'm so glad to be back, Jared. This is good to be back. Congratulations to boys from the 409 going to the state championship. There you go. That's what's up. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love you guys. Have fun. Enjoy your night. Hopefully I don't shit my pants. Bye, everybody. And he's making a YouTube video.